But I was definitely renting it from the little video store down the street from me that was like the size of this room. I don't want to say Video Adventure, but it might have been
Wow.
Video Adventure.
So not even like the Blockbusters. Or the
No, it was
Hollywood
like a local
Videos,
shop.
Offbeat shit. Okay.
And it was this woman who worked there, and she had this big old lady curly white hair, with like a little like red purple tint. Big
young man, would you like to Mortal Kombat?
dude. Well, she would actually introduce me to all these crazy movies. She got me into Ghibli movies.
Young man, would you like to look at this pic? It's an XXX film.
And you could rent a video game and a movie there.
Ooh.
And I would rent like Ken Griffey Jr. baseball, or
young
like
man playing with your balls and bat. I see.
No, she was great, dude. And she would like always make fun of us because we would look at the like dirty movies, But there was no like back
Was
door.
there a curtain? Or
no, there
nothing?
wasn't. It was just like
it was just a corner.
It was a room like this.
At home. And
You get the time.
oh yeah.
Like
Kids these days just don't understand. You can't just.
the Vanilla Ice
that.
movie. Do you remember that? Where they were like a motorcycle gang.
Oh,
that was like one I rented from there.
No,
that I
don't
remember all the time.
I know there's people out there going, no. I don't know. What
we
it
should
is.
definitely do that. That movie's fucking hilarious. He's got like
Is
this.
it bad? Because we definitely do a hilariously bad movie.
Yeah, I mean it's
for sure.
hilariously bad. It's
Okay,
Vanilla Ice and a motorcycle gang. Like
Okay.
I don't know what else to say, but it's not like motorcycles. They're like Kawasaki's and shit.
Oh.
He looks dope in it. He's got like a cheese grater hat on and like a big fucking leather jacket. And it
Anyways,
looks really
Pam
cool.
Anderson, barbed wire.
I'm talking about the last time I saw Mortal Kombat. So that's the world that we were living in.
Yeah.
Video stores, VHS tapes.
Did you not catch it in the theaters at all?
No.
Yeah,
That's the
it
cool
was a
part
lot
about
of
about Mortal Kombat was that it was very much one of those games, like you mentioned fatalities. It was
Ooh,
one of the
yeah.
first games I remember where that you would whisper with your friends about the secrets of the game, right? Where you started really thinking about there's all this other stuff here that they aren't telling us and we're looking for it.
And the thing is that we had no easy way to be able to get
No.
that information. This is not a time of just get on the old computer Google and how did I do a fatality for Johnny Cage? No, this was you either had to just learn it in the game itself. The instruction manual, I don't believe
it
had
didn't have
fatalities
anything.
listed in it.
No.
I was fortunate enough that I had a subscription to GamePro magazine.
There you go. That's one of the best ways to get it.
So if you had a gaming magazine subscription, you were able to kind of get ahead of the game, and they released that information as the game was coming out. So like
Yeah.
me and my brother had the fatalities ready to go, so we would just
Yeah, so if you
watch each
knew a
other
kid
perform.
that had them, you could share that information by mouth.
Mario Bros. Movie comes out first, and it is a flop. It's a cult following. There's people who love it,
I like that movie.
but there are people who look at that movie and go, "Why do those guys have tiny heads? It's very awkward and weird." What
But
the
that's
fuck's
one of the
happening?
reasons I like that movie. Is there's so many choices that are like, why did you decide to do that? That's so weird, but you went all in with it. It's like that subreddit, like awful taste, great execution. Mario Brothers, that entire movie, awful taste, great execution. Like they went all in on everything. It just was not the best ideas.
The video game kind of movement, especially in film and cinema, is there, but I wouldn't say it's as strong as like the superhero meta that's happening right now.
No.
Will a day come, you think, that maybe video gaming, like does our generation need to get that much older to really move into the industry?
I don't know.
Before we had World of Warcraft not long ago.
Yeah, but I heard that was shit. Did you watch that?
Yeah, I didn't watch it because I heard it was shit. I mean, everyone heard it was shit, Dan. World is shit, all right? But yeah, it's so there still needs to be a home run.
This is what I think. I think that if you look at where we are, and I thought of this because of Blazing Transfer Students, is that we're hitting peak superhero where like we are naturalized almost to superhero movies now. It's not weird.
No.
They are part of our culture, not just like an underground sect, but like mainstream culture, worldwide, globally accepted as like the biggest movies there are. And that's kind of like the oldest nerd art form, right?
A comic book.
It's comic book.
Comic.
I don't know when we're gonna like. Can you think of a good video game movie?
I was just gonna ask you, like,
We made a list when
if
we were doing this.
you could pick a video game to finally be that movie that breaks and makes it a big blockbuster and start welcoming it while you're dying. This is the first one that came to my mind as I was thinking of the question, so I'm just gonna say it, Mega Man.
Mega Man, dude, that is never gonna be a good movie. You're crazy.
I don't know why. I thought about it, and I thought, what if they did it? I feel like it's a big enough video game title. It would bring in a huge draw. If they can make it work, I feel like it'd be hype. Mega Man is just what came to me.
Rockman. I mean, I don't know how you're gonna transfer that.
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
maybe.
What do you got? What do you got? Tell me what you got then.
Shadow of the Colossus. That is my ultimate video game movie I think is what has to be. Also, Silent Hill was legit.
What about Final Fantasy?
Yo, I watched that in a theater.
Why can't they just give us Final Fantasy VII Cloud?
I just want to talk about this. Okay, so this is all right. This is a picture I posted from our
burger
from our Discord, because we have a section where you concessions where you show the food you eat while you watch movies. So I got some Mickey Diesels last night, and we watched Mortal Kombat. I felt like I was like the happiest 11-year-old.
It's a pretty wonderful
ever.
night.
You
come
know?
over to my place, you got a bag of McDonald's, and we're about to watch Mortal Kombat. Fun fact about Sonya, you might have read this already, was that Cameron Diaz was actually slated to be the original Sonya Blade. And
I read that in our Discord.
yeah,
Shout out to the Discord peeps who gave us like a bunch of really cool little stories.
And that during training she had broke her wrist and then was not able to be a part of the movie. And
Had she been on The Mask before this?
And then she was either on The Mask at the time or ended up going into The Mask, something like that. Or I think she was already in The Mask and was supposed to be a part of this movie, but did break her wrist and unfortunately was not able to pursue it.
That would have been great. First off, if you remember, Cameron Diaz in The Mask is a bombshell. That's literally the definition of a bombshell. The humor that they shove into this movie, it literally feels like okay, what will happen with scripts a lot of times is, you know, they'll have a script, they like story, whatever. There will be pieces of it that they want to change for whatever reasons, and it'll be like, hey, we need to add more comedy in here. And so then you hire somebody else to do what's called like punching up the script, and they need to punch up in the comedy. So they will just like take what's already there and then throw jokes in, just like scribble in jokes and make it funnier. Or like, oh, we need to like, you know, have more romance in this movie. So somebody will come in, rewrite, and change the characters to be more of a romance interest, whatever. In this, all of the jokes are so bad. They're like dad jokes, but worse. And like, they have nothing to do with the character. They have nothing to do with what's going on. It's like just a joke that is not funny. I don't know how to say it.
The funny thing is, like, they thought it was good, that fight. As a kid, that was everything I wanted. Reptile shows up as a ninja, and without hesitation, fucking punt kicks Liu Kang through a brick wall. Should kill him, man. But he's just like, hello, boom, beats the shit out of him. It's super fast-paced, nonstop. It just feels like turbo mode. It's great. So
I like that they say his name. You get the character select. Reptile. Yeah, like that's
so
really
cool.
good.
So cool.
That's the first time they did that in this movie, and you were like, when we were watching, we were like, woo! Like, you know, and they played the song from the beginning, and you had all that going on. Really, really cool. But yeah, I don't understand why a little gremlin reptile monster goes into a statue.
Why he becomes who he is makes no sense at all. I don't show the whole fight, but eventually Liu Kang does forward light kick or whatever, and his way all the way through Reptile and takes him out, finishes him off by stomping him down.
So we see one title, and sometimes you see funny jobs, and one title was Bug Wrangler.
Bug Wrangler.
So there's a guy. This is him. So this is Jim.
You got the picture of him.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is Jim Brockett.
Jim Brockett, the man.
So we see Bug Wrangler, Jim Brockett, and then we laugh. And then what I find out immediately after is there's a little connection here. I don't know if we want to segue all the way, because I was planning on bringing this up when we go in our What Else Do I Know Them From?
You can keep going with Jim Brockett,
So Jim Brockett was not only the Bug Wrangler on this set, but he has a connection with Bridget, who was in Adam Sandler's movie, Billy Madison.
Yep.
Jim Brockett did all the animal wrangling for Happy Gilmore. And I assume it was the alligators, because he owns 30 alligators.
Whoa, for Chubbs.
Yeah.
For the alligator that ate Chubbs' hand?
I don't think so.
Oh shit, Mom! There's gonna be a sequel, Mom! There's gonna be a sequel! There's gonna be a sequel, Dad!